Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? This right here is the 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander XLE trim, and I'm gonna give you guys an outside walk around, an inside tour, and show you guys why this base trim is the best trim to get. All right guys, so like I said earlier, it starts with the XLE trim. That's the lowest grade you can get on the Grand Highlander, whereas a regular Highlander, it starts at the LE trim. So just to give that, it is a more premium vehicle, so you start off at a higher trim level, but this is the lowest you can get. And I really think there's a lot of value in this model. This is not base of the base because it does have all-wheel drive as well as stuff inside. The spec sheet on this isn't 100% clear because this is a pre-production car, but we get a really good idea. So let's get into it. Let's start with the styling up front, guys. As you noticed, we did do a video on the high trim, so kind of put it into perspective, you do lose some features here, but you still get a lot, especially with the design. When we start with the headlights, you still get the projector beams. You do not get the LED daytime running lights on this, but you still get a nice little chrome accent up there. I don't think it's like a huge, loss as far as exterior styling goes. It still looks nice, and they still work as headlights, so you still get that aspect of it, right? But anyway, moving on to the styling, you do get the chrome mustache that goes atop, over, and then around the sides, and it's really nice, as well as the, vent up top that is non-functional, as well as the large center grille. And it is just a different material and texture compared to the, let's say, platinum grades and stuff like that. Going down, you don't get the same like front splitter as you do on the nicer premiums, but you still get nice accents here. Nothing's functional, everything's kind of matte plastic, but it still looks good. And then again, you do not get the fog lights, LED fog lights that would be up there. So you do lose out on that stuff, but again, it's not that big of a deal. This is in the black colorway. Midnight Black, I believe, is what the colorway is here. And it looks good. It's a black. It's a very safe color. And then as far as the wheels go, you get a 18-inch wheel. Very simple, tasteful. It's what most people are most likely to ride. And they are on a 255/65 series sidewall tire. So some good sidewall, some good cushion. I'm sure that helps with the drive versus, let's say, the 20-inch wheel that we drove on the platinum grade, and that still drove really smoothly. This one, because it's got the flat black plastic, it doesn't look too off from the black paint. It's still nice. Doesn't change there. Really doesn't change. This one also has color matching mirror caps. Still got the turn signal on the side, and then you still get the chrome underneath here. And I'm not sure if that is because of a extra trim or option this has on it, but it is. It still doesn't look significantly different than a platinum so far, as far as like the side profile goes, except for the wheels. It's pretty much identical. You get the roof rails up top, and then you get a nice deck lid spoiler. This one's color matched, so you don't really get the floating effect on this. And then you get a rear wiper on the rear glass. If you take a step back here, looks great, guys. The rear taillights look awesome. They blend in nicely into the rear. Grand Highlander is kind of just embossed in the back, color matched, as we saw on the platinum grade. And then you do get your unique identifiers with XLE. And like I said, this one is the all-wheel drive. But let's open up the trunk and see what you don't get. So there you go. Press that. It's a power lift gate on the XLE, which is great to see. If we start up down here, we lift the top, we lift the bottom. Same thing. Nothing so far has been significantly different. You do not get this JBL system here, but you do instead get extra storage. I think from a practical standpoint, no one needs to be bumping music in their family mobile. You got good speakers in here, probably. So the extra storage space is a nice welcome. 21 cubic feet with the seats up, as you guys know. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that this goes down by kind of just, you have to lift that up and then push it all the way. So it's kind of pre-production stuff, guys. Just forgive that. Goes all the way down. You get around 60 some cubic feet, and then with all the seats down, you get 91. Not much has changed, guys, as far as that goes, and we'll get more into that when we actually hop into the back seat. But let's go start with the driver's seat and work our way back. So starting with the driver's side door and the driver's seat, you don't get the ultra suede. You do get this leather. But there is perforation here because this is a heated seat, which is great even on the XLE trim to see. And they are 10-way power adjusting on the driver's side. So that's nice. And if we go into the door panel, you still get nice materials. You don't get that textured material. This is a nice kind of flat gray plastic, but it's nice, it's tasteful. It breaks up the door panel nicely. You get the same door handles, your switch gear. You do not get memory seats, so just keep that in mind. And you don't get the JBL sound system like we said earlier, but the same door pockets, it's the same door card, guys. Nothing insane going on there. Going on here, biggest things we notice is no 120 volt, 1500 watt power outlets in the back, and no heated steering wheel. So you get those blank switches, but auto beams are available, and then your power release right there. Same little cubby right here, releases for your trunk and your fuel door. But let's hop inside here and let's take a look at the stuff a little bit closer. I'm gonna close the door and we're gonna start this thing up. All right, so the biggest thing you'll notice in the XLE gray that's different is the 7-inch center display, which is standard on this, versus the 12.3-inch center display. It goes edge to edge. So you get a traditional fuel gauge and you get a traditional temperature gauge. That's really all you lose. You still get the ability to look through different menus and get different sets of data off of it, your audio, your trip, and your different safety systems, as well as your average MPG. And we will talk about the engine in this in a little bit. But again, guys, not a huge deal breaker, especially for a family car that's going to just be the purpose of getting everyone in the back from point A to point B. I don't see that as really a big deal. You do not get the heads-up display, which gives you turn-by-turn navigation, speed, and stuff like that. I really don't think that's a big deal either, just because this does the job, and because you still get Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which has adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, pre-collision assist, cross-traffic alerts. All that stuff is standard, so you're really not missing out on much. Going on the screen, this has a 12.3-inch touch screen, which has wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. It's a great system. It's Android-based, so it works really well. It's very simple, and it's basically Toyota's latest and greatest. And it's done perfect for all the other systems, all the vehicles that it's on. And you get the same physical AC switches. So rear climate on or off. You don't get ventilation, which is what it would be here. You still get dual zone, and you get all your toggles down here. AC, you don't get the chrome, the bronze trim that you saw on the other one, but you do get AC vents in the center, nice trim here. If you move down here, you have your engine start stop, and your two USB ports, one for data and one for just charging. You don't get your 360 surround view, so that is unfortunate. And you get a nice big tray here with your wireless charger, huge cubbies. The compartments do not change much, guys. You do get a different shifter, but again, guys, you're like, the other shifter doesn't do anything crazy versus this. It still works as a shifter. And if I go into reverse, still get a nice rear view camera. Not that crazy versus what you get on the Platinum grade. It probably, I think it actually is a slightly nicer resolution camera as part of the 360 surround view. But again, going down here, you do not get your mode selector. But to be honest, I might be mistaken here. Normal, Eco Sport were down here, Mud and Rock were just a toggle. So like, I'm really wondering what the difference is there. You get your snow, your hill descent, traction control, and this was a blank on the other one, which I guess I didn't have auto start stop because it's a hybrid. This one does for the regular base engine, which we'll get into. Storage compartment here, straightforward, nothing has changed. And then the tray down here with the USB port, it's all the same. Guys, I'm really not seeing much of a reason to go up much from the base trim. They've really packed this with a bunch of value. You don't get the digital rear view mirror instead of the rear view kind of standard mirror. The camera view, you don't get that. Same thing here. You don't get the panoramic glass roof. But again, if it's really hot outside, you're really not going to have that open. So unless you really care for that, you're not missing out on too much. Side visors, sun visors are the same. Nothing crazy there. It's probably just a different material if I recall. I don't know. It's probably the same one. But again, so far, guys, in here, I'm not missing it. I'm not missing the Platinum that much. It sounds bad because I feel like I'm like not realizing the value you get out of the Platinum, but so far you get a lot from the base model. So let's hop into the back seat to see what happens there. All right, let's start with the doors here. This one surprisingly has sunshades, and the doors are pretty similar. You get the same cubby over here. Honestly, nothing has changed so far. Not noticing anything significantly different. Seats, these ones are not heated or ventilated, so they're normal seats. But again, your kids really need that? I don't think so. I think they'll be fine. They'll live. Same sliding, and then you have bring that down, and if you really want to hold it flat, you just lift that there. Let's bring this back a little bit. It's hard to operate with one hand, not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna bother to do that right now. But they tilt all the way, they go flat, they slide, they recline, and that's standard, guys. You can get the bench seating, I believe, you want to seat up to 8 people. This one right here has the center cubby, which is not removable like in the platinum grade. So it's just a tray in this, and you have to kind of kick this up and get it all dirty. I wish you could remove this. They should have done that. I don't know why they didn't. I'm sure if you want to, you can remove this yourself, but that takes some additional effort. So as far as rear AC, you get the same controls here, minus the heated and ventilated seat buttons, USB ports, and then a traditional 12 volt as opposed to the wall outlet with the 1500 watt power supply. So just keep that in mind. Again, guys, getting back, very easy, huge step here. Hop in, 1, 2, and boom. That rhymed. Let me fold these reclining seats back. Same reclining seats, guys. Nothing's changing there. Same cubby with the versatility. Put a tablet here, your bottles, cubbies, USB-C ports, a nice little handle to get in. I'll be honest, I didn't even use it. There's just a ton of room back here. Headroom as well. We'll show you here. Headroom as well as legroom when these seats are full or brought back. It's here. I'm 5'8" for context, and I get good room here. And then these seats aren't even reclined. If I recline it back, oh, there you go. Just pull it all the way. But tons of room. I bring it forward. Still 6 inches of additional legroom compared to a regular Highlander. So they really stretch this out. And then there is a handle here. You pull this, one pull, and it goes away. Very nice and very easy. Real quick, you do also get these. I want to show it just because it's like not enough people take advantage of this. You slide this back here, and you put that over there. Hide that away so it doesn't dangle if people need to get in the back. And you're not using, let's say you're using just using this seat, I guess, because you probably have to. Actually, no. I'm not sure about car seat belts, honestly. And if car seat, whether you need the seat belt to actually latch it in place. Tether right there. Oh yeah, real quick. These have car seats. Car seat tethers, just one over here and none on this side. So you can fit another car seat here, and then you could put 2 up front, and that's it. So real quick, let me hop out. Hop out and show you guys rear room, ton of it for days. Bring this back. But again, key things you're missing is that center tray that's removable, big whoop, and ventilated and heated seats, and the ultra suede in the back. These are probably easier to clean, let's be real. And if your kid's car seat's gonna be here, it's probably gonna dig in and damage that. So might as well not do it on a very nice, expensive seat. And then yes, the kids don't get a panoramic sunroof, just like the parents don't, because it's one big panel, it's just gone. But it saves weight, and that saves efficiency, you'd argue, I guess, right? Let's open the hood here and talk about the engine. Whew. Okay, all right, guys. After burning my hand, this is the 2.4 liter turbocharged engine. It is not the Hybrid Max, which is the top line. It's not the hybrid, where that one gets you a 36 mpg on the hybrid. This is just the traditional 2.4 liter turbocharged. And of all of them, this is probably the one that most people are gonna get. So put the horsepower and torque, and I'll put the mpg so you guys can see that. But this engine's in a lot of vehicles, in the Toyota Crown, it's a lot of Lexus products, and it's going to be rolling on a bunch more. So it is a tried and tested powertrain that's been on for a couple years now. So seeing it here is not a surprise. And matter of fact, you get, because it's turbocharged, you get a good amount of power out of it. So great for a family vehicle. I really don't have much else to comment on it, because it gets the job done. So overall, guys, honestly, way more impressed with the XLE than I was expecting to be. Just the amount of value they packed in from the get-go. And then the Platinum, the limited trims, the Hybrid Max, they add more power. There's options for more efficiency if you'd like. But getting the base model, I feel like, is a really good value because of the amount of stuff that just made its way to the bottom. And then if you wanted the niceties, you can add it on. I really hope dealerships do stock these, the XLEs, and as well as just stock them in just their base form, because one, I hope this is actually a base model. It seems like it to me. It seems very stripped out, but yeah, big fan of this. believe the price is for a base price of $43,000 at like a thousand for like dealership fees or shipping and whatnot, freight. But this is 44, which is what the price would be for the all-wheel drive model, which is what this one has. If you really want all-wheel drive, get it. But if you don't need it, so you're gonna get your best MPG and also best bang for buck. So that's gonna wrap it up here, guys. If you guys have any questions about this car, drop them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.